करारविन्देन पदारविन्दं मुकारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं वटस्य पत्रस्य पूतेशयानम्.
Jai Gurudev. Vasudeva Sutan Devang Kamsacharodnamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता ये अलन्त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम्. So in the first line he says that some buddhi yukta, the one who is having the some buddhi, still equanimity in the in the intellect, then what, and plus what he does, phalan tyakva manishina. Manishina is money, the money means those diamonds, those wise men, the wise people. What do? They perform with some buddhi, and by surrendering the fruit of action, tyakva phalan, by surrendering the fruit of action, and they perform their karma. Karma jam would be that whatever karma they do and whatever is इससे जो जन्म देता है, whatever is born out of that karma. So tomorrow if you're going and cleaning something outside and somebody shouts on you that why did you put water outside my house? So there is this rag, dvesh, or there is this aversion, there is this desire which comes, or something which comes in you. This is that whatever is coming out of that karma, whatever is getting born out of that karma and action, whatever is born, what do? They drop that fruit. They phalan tyakva manishinaha. They were performing with some buddhi, and phalan tyakva manishinaha. These wise men always perform their action by surrendering the fruit of action. And then what happens? What happens if they do that? Then he says this beautiful line, Janma bandha vinirmukta padan gacchantya. Now, Janma bandha vinirmukta, all the bondage of birth and death, the bondage that is binding you in this, they are free of this. They are completely free of this. And anamayam, the last word anamayam says that they are in deep silence. They are completely, you can say that they are free from any evil of this world, any evil. They remain in deep silence, centered all the time. Anamayam is like long time they are in deep state of serenity, and that is when they free themselves from the Janma bandha vinirmukta. So the born and death cycle, they free themselves from there, and they go to the other shores. Gachanti, they go to the other shore. The abode. Padan is like aage pad kar lete hain. They go to the other shore of never being born again. This is what happens when they come to this way. So the last few shlokas, if you notice, the last few shlokas have been complete. It's a compressed energy for contemplation. Just from 47th shloka to 51st shloka, if you continue seeing this 47th, 46th shloka, if you start seeing this this is like compressed energy of contemplation. And here he is clearly saying, he has defined yoga in the most supreme way. He has said that samatvam yoga uchyate. It is equanimity. The yoga means equanimity. And he says yoga karma su kaushalam. Skill in action is yoga. Yoga means equanimity. Skill in action is yoga. Yoga is nothing but uniting the buddhi with God. He's saying if you perform your actions like that, you are nothing but doing God's work. You're just performing God's work in that way. And this is the path that he is taking on this entire journey and telling Arjuna that Arjun, this is what the wise men do. Wise men who are living or on the planet will always perform. They have no evil for anybody. There is no evil inside. How can there be? That is why the word is anamayam. There is no evil. There is deep serenity in them. So they cannot have evil for anybody. If you don't have garbage, how will you have garbage for somebody else? Right? If you have garbage for someone else, that means the garbage is inside you. So he says there is anamayam. Anamayam. So he's saying there's no garbage absolutely for anyone they have. And this, if you can live your life like this in Karma Yoga by performing action and whatever is giving birth out of that action, pain, pleasure, desire, aversion, rag, dvesh, hatred, he says just pajan shyatva manishina. And he says if you're not doing that, you are completely wretched. He has used the word wretched in the earlier shloka, and here he is using the word the wise people do this. Mahishina, that they are manis. They are money, so they perform their life in this particular way. And he is totally free from evil, this person, and he does not see evil in others. The others are his own extension of his own self. He knows that. And he's no longer bound by birth or death or even, you know, reborn. He's just doing God's work here on this planet. And he's not harassed by anybody, is what he's saying in this particular uh, shloka. And this shloka and the earlier shlokas, friends, I'm telling you, it's a way to live life in this karma. And he has defined him the what a yogi should be. So yogi is not just doing shishasana. It doesn't mean that that person is a yogi. He is doing good exercise, but the yogi is simply one who lives these shlokas. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi alantyatva manishina janma bandha vinirmukta padam gacchantya. So here he has said smart yoga yujyasva yoga karma sukaushana. He has given this one line where he has said smart yoga yujyasva. Listen therefore Arjuna, yoga karma sukaushalam. Only yoga can bring skill in action. But skill in action, you are struggling to find and you are doing action, but you're not able to drop this root of action, or if there is so much rag and dvesh that is happening, he says, live this knowledge with some buddhi. Buddhi yukto jahatiya. This guy who has some buddhi, he will always throw away sukrut dushkrut. Even doesn't matter. He just drops the fruit of action, whether it is good or bad. Like, see, for example, I want to tell you here in India, we had the second wave in India, and we had done first wave did not touch us so much, the corona first wave, and we were like doing so many fun things, and all this was happening, and suddenly the second wave got us off guard. Now, what should be your attitude if you're a king or a prime minister of the country? Like, you did your best. Now, maybe maybe some 5-6 lakh people died in that. Now, what should be your attitude in that? Like, do you want to still live with that, impression of that action, or you want to move on? You did your best. You made sure oxygen is available in every single hospital of the country, and so on and so forth. Now, do you want to still live with the impressions of that same thing, or do you want to move on? So he says, whether good action, bad action, whatever comes out of it, you do your karma. People will speak, people will talk negative, people will say this, people will say that, but you keep moving on. And here he has clearly said in this one line, Janma Bandha Vinir Mukta. These are Mukta. They are all Mukt. Janma ke bandhan se mukt hai. They are free. Padan Gacchantya Namayam. They attain such a state of mind or inner, being, that it is completely silent. It is painless. It is evilless. It is free.
वनमाला विराजितम् शङ्खचक्रधरं देवं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्